On the news at 7, Alumni Association of NIPS launched CPF City for added value leadership. And National Hospital partners NTA towards a successful Silver Jubilee celebration. A very good evening. Thank you for joining us on the 7 p.m. news on Nta Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. I am Abdullah Hajia. Let's begin. The Alumni Association of the National Institute for Strategic Studies, Kuru, FCT chapter says the Commissioner of Police, FCT, Benneth Igwe, stands as a testament to the values instilled in participants to impact a better society through values of excellence, leadership, and service to community and country. This was when the alumni chapter paid a courtesy visit to the police command in recognition of the CP's contributions to the security of the nation's capital. Onotu Yakubu reports.
He is one of their own, and proudly so, as an equal by virtue of his invaluable contribution to a critical sector of the Federal Capital Territory. Flashback to the harrowing security situation of the nation's capital between the end of 2023 and early this year. The alumni chapter says, through the motto of the Institute, CP Bennett Igwe has added professional values that will continue to make meaningful contributions in the various spheres of the society, harnessing resilience and steadfastness to play a vital role in shaping the future of national development.
It's trying to bring to bear that only one person can, you cannot be only within your house and think that everything will be good all around. And that is all that NIPS teaches you. NIPS during the course of training, you see yourself, even as a policeman, acting as a custom man. You as a military man, acting as a labor man. You understand now? Which takes you out of your own sphere. And by so doing, you appreciate what the other man does. And that is the only time we can work together. The NIPS gives you the teaching to make you understand that only you alone cannot.
The Commissioner of Police, in gratitude, explains that the Institute's motto, towards a better society, instilled subjectivity, value, and excellence for service in him.
And it has accounted to the success you have seen. I'm telling you absolutely. So because NIPS went through me, and I went through NIPS, I was able to imbibe a lot of things. So I want to thank you so much for keeping the flag flying.
With a plaque for further encouragement, members of the association charged Bennett Igwe to sustain the tempo and strategies for enhanced service to humanity. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, Nta News.
As arrangements gear up for the 25th anniversary of the National Hospital, the Repex Health Center is soliciting the support of the NTA for success of the Silver Jubilee celebration. Elizabeth Omorui reports that Director General of the NTA, Saliu Abdul Hamid Dembos, during a meeting assured the management of the hospital of unflinching support of the media organization.
The National Hospital for the past 25 years has been committed to delivering high-quality patient care and advancing medical research. Having achieved so much in the health sector over the years, it's time to roll out programs to celebrate achievements in providing comprehensive medical services. And this, the Chief Medical Director of the hospital says, will be achieved with the support of the foremost media organization, the NTA.
Collaborating with the NTA, which has the largest viewership, I would say, in the continent, means that we'll be able to now show the whole world what we are able to do.
Director General, NTA, assured the management of the hospital of necessary support to amplify activities of the care center.
The NTA is committed to using our platforms to further amplify the success of the National Hospital and to bring to light the remarkable stories of healing and care that emerge from your institution.
Activities lined up for the commemoration of the anniversary will kick off on the 2nd of September 2024. Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
Still talking health, August 20 attracts global attention towards highlighting the tiny terrors that threaten millions of humans with deadly diseases every year. This is with the observance of 2024 World Mosquito Day, an opportunity to spread awareness and protect communities from these dangerous insects. Here's Akimet Aliyu with more on this.
1897, Ronald Ross, a British doctor, made the discovery linking malaria to mosquitoes. It is in recognition of this that the World Mosquito Day was established to raise awareness about the threat of mosquitoes and public health due to its ability to spread numerous diseases among humans.
Mosquitoes are a major threat to human health, and they cause malaria basically in Nigeria, and they can also cause yellow fever as well.
Scientists have, however, continued to work on tools to control mosquito-borne diseases and sustainably reduce the numbers of mosquito vectors or their ability to transmit diseases.
The use of gene drive and genetic engineering in mosquito control is going to be one of the ways of managing malaria and other diseases resulting from mosquitoes.
Despite the use of numerous insecticides and other means to rid the environment of the insects, it is no news that over time, mosquitoes have shown resistance to many. Dr. Raliat Aliu is an entomologist who specialized on mosquito susceptibility to insecticide.
I collected mosquito samples, mosquito larvae from different habitats from the Federal Capital Territory and reared them in the lab. When they were matured, I exposed them to insecticide paper. After exposing them to insecticide paper, I was able to separate those that were resistant that after 24 hours exposure. So they were now collected, and I now took them for molecular analysis. I extracted the DNA, run a PCR on them, and checked those species of mosquito that had the knockdown resistant gene.
In Nigeria, as a way of commemorating the World Mosquito Day 2024, the Nigeria and NTD's Youth Corps was launched to strengthen the country's ongoing effort to eliminate malaria and other neglected tropical diseases.
Through the Zero Malaria Starts With Me campaign and efforts towards universal health coverage, these champions and volunteer force will lead community-based initiatives that drive behavioral change and policy support.
The theme for this year is Be Covered, Stay Safe. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
World Humanitarian Day is a day that calls for urgent actions to protect aid workers and civilians trapped in conflict zones. This year's database reviews recorded an unprecedented 280 humanitarian workers killed in violence. Hence, the international partners are harnessing efforts to ensure that critical measures, including international laws, safeguard those at risk to deliver aid. Sefia Nyema Uche reports.
Current world records show humanitarians a staggering increase of 137% from 2022, where 118 aid workers lost their lives. This trend continues into 2024, with 218 aid workers affected as at 17th August 2024. This underscores the escalating dangers faced by those in the front line of crisis zone. Experts say attack on aid workers is an attack on humanity.
On World Humanitarian Day, we once again salute their courage, their determination and their service to humanity. And we recognize that honoring aid workers is not enough. On World Humanitarian Day, we demand an end to attacks on humanitarians and on all civilians. We demand that governments put pressure on all parties to conflict to protect civilians. We demand an end to arms transfers to armies and groups that violate international law.
Despite the attacks, humanitarians remain resilient in providing services to change the face of humanity.
The theme is Act for Humanity. It is a call to action. It is a call to action against violence. It is a call to action against discrimination. It's a call to action for the government to give protection to those to those health workers and aid workers. It is a call for the government to put to justice all perpetrators against humanitarian workers.
Hence, international bodies and partners must create awareness of the importance of upholding the essential principles of humanitarian efforts to the world. Safia Inoma Uchi, NTA News.
To ensure food security, environmental experts advise reduction in carbon emission and desisting from burning of fossil fuels. Serafina Rokon Omekwe reports that in a forum in Abuja, stakeholders in the environment and agricultural food value chain sector, not leaving out farmers, sought for exchange of ideas to growing green change and biodiversity.
Effects of climate change being experienced, especially in Nigeria, experts say, has invariably reduced productivity in terms of food agricultural produce. Hence, this call to action on Nigerians and government to create incentives for renewable energy adoption and avoid deforestation as it leads to flooding, which reduces land for crop production.
These are changing times when it comes to climate, seasons and the rest. It's just an impact of climate change.
Nigeria is blessed. It's a country that has high intensity of solar light in many parts of the country. So there's no reason why state governments should not establish solar farms that can produce enough power to power significant cities in their state.
The various speakers highlighted loss of biodiversity and habitats of wildlife, rising temperatures, charged stakeholders in the agricultural production sector to think climate-smart agriculture, especially amongst farmers.
But today, we've seen the loss of that, and it has affected or impacted further on which has made it to be quite insecure.
But this year, the way things are going on, even to buy fertilizer in my farm, it's a problem.
Now it's not like before again, because we don't have rain with chemical.
The essence of the initiative is to help farmers on soil evaluation, sustainably produce food for Nigerians for economic prosperity. Serafina Okon Omekwe, NTA News.
Operation Sunday Abuja Metro train line has been described as a symbolic milestone of enduring progress for Nigeria. Aisha Bashir reports that commuters restated this months into the free train ride aimed at providing succor to many.
Transportation gives hope and access to various individuals and organizations like this school whose pupils are on excursion to the metro station for a feel of the excitement that comes with the light rail that has Lot 1A from Idu to Bazango and Lot 3 from the metro station in the city center to the Abuja airport.
We just feel like, okay, since we have a train station, because our mosque is not far from here, it's just an opportunity for us to take the kids round.
It's fun and it's exciting.
It feels fun to see like the outside while riding on the train.
For others, it not only leaves a lasting impression, but also points to government's transformation agenda.
Since this rail has started, I have no provision for transportation again. I am so fortunate in Kubwa that the rail station, the terminal point at Kubwa is very close to my house. I trek, and when I get to town here, from the terminal point here to my office is just about 15 minutes trekking. So I don't have budget again anymore for transportation.
People always expose the negative of the government, not showing the positive. So today I'm telling you what the government has done, and this train is free from I don't know which month, but to December.
I think I watched the commissioning when it was commissioned, and I must say that the government of the day have done a good job by following up with what the previous administration started. So it's a good one.
The free train service moves a cumulative passenger count of about 5,880,000 commuters free on the 2 lines that transcend the city center and about 12 satellite towns on the Idu-Bazongo-Kubwa axis of the Federal Capital Territory. Commuters say the alternative transport service has positively impacted on movement in the FCT early mornings and evenings on weekends, with a plea for extension of the services to weekends and expansion of the rail project across other communities in the FCT. In Abuja, Aisha Bashir, NT News.
Now, turning attention to World Photography Day, photography has for long been a form of expression that has carried marks of man's footprints in the course of history from 1021, when the first camera obscura was invented, to the year 2000, when the first camera phone was launched. Photography keeps playing a crucial role as many evolve. Wayne Dogo in this report brings us up to date on how people around the globe are taking several pictures for an entire day of human activities to mark World Photography Day.
Photography is an integral aspect of human life, telling stories, informing and enlightening us. It invokes memories and reminds us of significant events in our lives. Photography serves multiple purposes, including pictorial documentation of history, illustrations in publication and books, and for decorative purposes. Photography has proven to be a unifying force, bridging gaps between cultures and continents. As the internet continues to evolve, it enables people to snap, share, and connect over past and present moments, fostering a sense of global community and shared human beliefs.
Even somebody that doesn't understand, let's say, my language or where I'm coming from or something like that, would be able to understand what the picture is telling.
World Photography Day honors the invention of photography and celebrates its evolution over centuries, impacting art, science, journalism, and personal expression. This year's theme, An Entire Day, provides a global platform for photographers and enthusiasts to capture and share diverse images of human activities, showcasing a day in the life of people around the world.
It emphasizes the beauty and the complexities of the everyday life and living, of how we go about our day, from waking up to when we get back to sleep.
Overall, it is fascinating to say that photography has continued to play a pivotal role in the development and evolution of mankind. In Abuja, Wayne Dogo, NTA News.
Let's now join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
Head coach Bankole Olowokere has invited 35 players to the camp of Nigeria's under-17 girls Flamingos as the team commences the first phase of final preparations for the 8th FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup finals to be staged in Dominican Republic from 16th October to 3rd November this year. The invited players include goalkeeper Christiana Uzoma, Elizabeth Boniface, Sylvia Echefu, among others. Still talking football, colorful traditional dancers, flag-waving enthusiasts, and members of the local organizing committee of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Colombia 2024 were among the excited crowd that welcomed two-time silver medalist Nigeria to the Colombia capital, Bogota. After a light training session on Monday to shake off jet lag, the Nigeria Under-20 girls will this Tuesday intensify their preparations for a strong challenge at winning the trophy in the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup Championship. In another development, the date for the commencement of the 2024 National Youth Games has been changed. It was earlier scheduled to hold from 10th to 12th of September, but has been changed to hold from 9th to 19th. The 8th National Youth Games will take place in Asaba Delta State with a packed schedule aimed at showcasing the best of Nigeria's young athletic talent. With sports brief, Francis Kabile, NTA News.
That's the English version of the news at 7 from the Unity Station. Up next is the translations. Good evening. I am Abdullah Hajia.
Yuzo kwa we wodana iwo abedazaza ishandaje zuma woniye wagoba gnai gbedogun abi ayepezanya nu azokoi gbogbo nuko jilo nkuru njosi peje ekinzinna ya bakugbe gnabie busibi daya aba nwolonu ekinzinna na yo Bernard Igwe samberikachi nu owo atundejimba onoti Yakubu waganga babebe ekonege baganga gnabie kwe biewen wojin ozanu nu abatu bemane jimu nwo dnanu owo atnatneji nu ajigba sepa bayinga ge dnanu sepa azagunya wojin tuntun le chowo dnanu ekinzinda osanu ajilo ai wa abo akna ntuko tunu agmadanya bo oyeshi bachi atnia alafia zanba nkubu ayin zenya mba ajilo dnanu ekinzinda igaba pele na pabu igbege National Hospital Elizabeth Omori wa gange efigban kakara tami kwafin aban gbedogun nla kun ko be gnabe ajejeruko atuntin jimba aba ekinyenya na bage baye ba nawaden baye ba gaba majin sanu abegin anya agbade na baye ewoko fafa entigana ye abo atnajenu bayi zanzan oya kiyan jinko zan sepa agnaige kololo nu abie nbwache ga aza nanu eikinye Aisha Bashir ona le sheba webe na bedai wagnege aza mbani jin apmalo nu oya kiyan ba zan nanu epiaye balo oya elo nu adadanu na bage kwa ga zabwa
jama'a barkamu saduwa a wani takaitaccen labarin gidan talabijin na NTA birnin tarayya Abuja. Ƙungiyar ɗalibai ta alumni ta cibiyar nazarin mulki ta ƙasa rashin babban tarayya Abuja ta bayyana cewar kwamishinan 'yan sanda mai kula da FCT Bernard Igwe shine shaida ga ɗaliban da ake koyarwa kamar halarta taron kwas na inganta al'umma da hanyar ɗabi'un ƙwarewa jagoranci da kuma hidimin al'umma. Wannan ya faru ne a yayin da suka kai mashi ziyarar ban girma ziyara a kwamandan rundunar sojan ta rundunar 'yan sanda ta babban tarayya Abuja. Shirye-shirye sun kammala domin bikin cika shekara 25 da asibitin ƙasa babban cibiyar kiwon lafiya tana neman goyon bayan NTA wato gidan talabijin na ƙasa wato NTA samun nasarar bikin. Wakiliyarmu Elizabeth Omoroye ta rawaito mana cewar daraktan janar na NTA Saliu Abdulhamid Dambos ne ya faɗa haka a taron da ya tabbatar masa da goyon bayan NTA da kuma sauran kafafen yaɗa labarai na ƙasar nan. Ayyukan jirgin ƙasa na Abuja Metros an bayyana su a matsayin wani babban muhimmanci domin ci gaba da ɗorewa a Najeriya. Aisha Bashir ta rawaito mana cewar fasinjoji da suka jaddada haka bayan watanni da aka fara tafiye-tafiye a jirgin ƙasan kyauta da aka shirya domin samar da sauƙi ga al'umma. Jirgin ƙasa yana ɗaukar daga Edo zuwa Bazango har cikin birni da kuma wato filin jirgin ƙasa da ƙasa da ke nan birnin tarayya Abuja. Dama sai an jima.
Igbo ekele m na aha m bụ Maazị Okwi Francis Idei. otu jikọtara ndị gụrụ akwụkwọ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ na-ahazi atụmatụ dị na Kuru Jos ngalaba nke FCT ekwupụgoro onye isi ndị uwe ojii bụ Bennett Igwe Okpu ma kwuo na ọrụ ya na-egosi na ọ natara ezigbo ọzụzụ na ya bụ ụlọ akwụkwọ. N'otu Yakubu wetara anyị ya bụ akụkọ mere ka amata na otuto a pụtara ihe mgbe otu a mere ya njem nleta n'ụlọ ọrụ ya dị na FCT. Ka mmemme ụlọọgwụ etiti ala anyị dị n'ime Abuja na-akpụdebe nso na ha gbaala 25 bụ mgbe ha malitere ọrụ. Elizabeth Omoruyi mere ka amata na onye isi ụlọọrụ NTA bụ Salihu Abdullahi Dambos kwere ya bụ ụlọọgwụ ukwu a nkwa na ha ga-adọnyere ya bụ ụlọọgwụ ukwu mgbe a ga-eme ya bụ mmemme ịgba 25. A kọwala ya bụ iji ụgbọ oloko mee njem n'ime FCT n'efu dịka oke igboro ụmụ amaala anyị mkpa, ọkachasị n'ime oge a mgbe ihe na-esiri ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ ike. Aisha Bashir mere ka amata na ọtụtụ ndị banyere ya bụ ụgbọ oloko na-egosi afọ ojuju ha maka agbamume a nke ha natara n'aka gọọmenti etiti. Etu a ka ọ ha anyị n'ọnụ ka ọ dịkwa n'echi mgbe a ga-ezute ọzọ. Ndewo.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ìròyìn aago méje àṣálẹ́ láti olúlé ìránṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán àgbà ní Nàìjíríà Abuja. Èmi ni Olúwaṣèyí Abímbọ́lá Ọláwọlé oníròyìn yín àṣálẹ́. Níbi àbẹ̀wò ìtẹríba sí àṣẹ ọlọ́pàá ní ìdánwò ti CP sí àbọ̀ ti olú orí èdè yìí, Ọ̀nàtù Yakubu ti jábọ̀ pé ẹgbẹ́ alumni ti àwọn akọ̀wé ìmọ̀ tí ó tọ́ ti Nàìjíríà sọ pé ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá FCT Benedict Igwe dúró bí ìrántí májẹ̀mú fún àwọn tó kópa láti lè máa fi ipa rere lélẹ̀ fún àwùjọ nípasẹ̀ àwọn ohun dídára, iṣẹ́ ìdarí rere àti iṣẹ́ sí agbègbè ti orílẹ̀-èdè. Bí ètò ti ìmúrasílẹ̀ fún ayẹyẹ ọdún 25 ti ilé ìwòsàn orílẹ̀-èdè, Ilé-iṣẹ́ ìlera APES ti ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún àtìlẹ́yìn NTA fún àṣeyọrí ti ayẹyẹ Jubilee Fàdákà. Elizabeth Omoruyi jábọ̀ pé olùdarí àgbà fún NTA Salihu Abdulhamid Dambos lákòókò ìpàdé náà fi dá àwọn alákòóso ilé ìwòsàn náà lójú pé àtìlẹ́yìn tó dúró yóò wà fún wọn látọwọ́ àwọn oníròyìn. Aisha Basiru mú ìròyìn wá pé inú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn ló dùn sí iṣẹ́ ìṣínípòpadà ọkọ̀ ojú irin, èyí tí ó tọ́ka sí wípé ètò dídára ni ìjọba ń ṣe. Ọkọ̀ ojú irin yìí ń kó ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn láti ibùdó títí dé pápá ọkọ̀ òfurufú Abuja, láti Ìdú sí Gbàgàzo àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní àárín ìlú FCT. Tó kò jù báyìí lọ o, kí Elédùà kó jí wa re, a ó tún máa rí yín bó dọ̀la. Ó dàárọ̀.